Good morning. It is an honor for me to join with you here today, with other elected officials as well. Representative Kevin Rader is here, Representative Maria Sachs and Kelly Skidmore, Senator Dave Ehrenberg, all of us who joined together in Tallahassee to stand strongly behind the state of Israel. I'd like to thank the JCRC, the Federation, and all of the organizations who have helped put this rally together. But in particular, I'd like to thank the schools who were involved, the Hebrew schools, the day schools, the high schools, the yeshivas. Those of you who know that the students in your schools must learn that there are times in our lives when it is necessary to stand up. Right now is one of those times. I commend you for telling your kids that, and I commend every one of the students here of every age who has joined with us today to stand up for Israel. As Representative Hasner said, we're just back from Tallahassee, where the state of Florida joined with all of you this week in standing up for Israel. Resolutions were passed in the House and Senate unanimously to show that solidarity, and there is a reason. The reason that the Florida legislature joined behind these efforts is because they understand. Our colleagues, Representative Hasner's and my colleagues, whether they're from Pensacola or Sarasota, from Jacksonville or from Key West, they understand that when 6,500 rockets and mortars have been fired from Gaza into Israel in the last 3 years, rockets that have been stored in mosques and schools and fired from just outside their mosques and schools. When 3,200 rockets and mortars have been fired from Gaza into Israel just in the past year, and more than 550 rockets and mortars have been fired from Gaza at Israeli civilians during the ceasefire from June to December of 2008, with that as a background, our colleagues understand that the role of government is to stand up and defend its people. That's what Israel is doing. That's what the Florida legislature understands. That's why these resolutions were passed. Make no mistake, Israel has just one objective in this operation in Gaza, and that is the objective of peace. Peace that comes with calm borders. Peace that comes with no rockets being fired at her citizens, her civilians. Peace that comes with understanding that if weapons and rockets meant to attack Israel are smuggled into Gaza through tunnels, those tunnels must be destroyed. And Hamas must understand, and the world must understand, that there can be no more kidnapping and that Gilad Shalit must be returned home to Israel. There is one final number that resonated in the halls of the legislature in Tallahassee. That number is 15. 15 seconds. It's the amount of time that it takes to get a drink of water. It's the amount of time that it takes to wash your hands, to walk to your mailbox. It's the amount of time that it takes to say Shema. It's the amount of time, 15 seconds, that it takes to soak in a beautiful sunset, or to kiss your child goodnight, or to look around at this field and be so incredibly grateful that we live in this community, in this nation, with this opportunity to stand up for Israel. But 15 seconds is also the amount of time between a siren warning of Hamas rockets and the impact of those rockets. 15 seconds for an Israeli citizen in southern Israel to rush to a shelter before the rocket hits, to make sure that his or her kids come with, and to make sure that grandparents get the assistance necessary to help survive. As we spend just 15 seconds thinking about the rush to get to shelters, we must also think about our commitment to stand with Israel. I'd like to spend 15 seconds, and after those 15 seconds, I would like to join with the hundreds of thousands of Israel supporters around the world who are meeting this weekend, just like we are doing here, in declaring for the whole world to hear that Israel has a right to defend herself. Those meetings are not just taking place. They're not just taking place in South Florida and New York. They're taking place in Chicago and Albuquerque, Washington, Los Angeles, Greenville, South Carolina, and Asheville, North Carolina. Nashville, Minneapolis, Detroit, Portland, and Cleveland. There are pro-Israel rallies this weekend in South Bend, Indiana, in Copenhagen, London, Frankfurt, Sorrento, Marseille, Berlin, Vienna, Paris, and Rome. In every corner of the world, people are standing up for the state of Israel. Every rally brings with it the understanding of the Israeli national anthem, Hatikva, the hope for peace, the hope for security, that every Israeli will know that everywhere in this world there are people standing up for her. Before I sit, I'd like to show just exactly what those 15 seconds are like for every Israeli so that it's clear to us and to the world why this operation is so important. Please join me in thinking about Israel and those citizens in southern Israel for 15 seconds before I sit down. We stand with every Israeli. We stand with the state of Israel. Am Yisrael Chai.